I don't know what just happened. Dean was here and then he left. I don't know what happened.
I saw it happen right before we went live.
Good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls, welcome to another exciting episode of Collecting Weekly live unboxing. As soon as I hit the button, you
Hello
backed
there.
up.
I hit the wrong fucking button on my computer.
Happens to me all the time. Welcome to another exciting unboxing. Tonight we have Dean the Dream Martin joining us, the Midnight Collector, aka Lane the Legend Kramer, and Rainer from Rainer's Rarities. So we're going to do this. May be the first time we've done this, maybe not. But Lane and Rainer are both going to be unboxing Jesse at the same time. And while that's happening, they'll each be giving their thoughts. And when they get to that point where they're ready to start posing their figures, I'll step in with the Homelander unboxing that we talked about last week. Before we get started, Dean, how was your weekend so far?
Not too bad. Pretty good. No, nothing to complain about, but nothing to report. So
There we go.
pretty standard.
Fantastic. Rainer, what about you?
It was all right. We had a little bit of a slow weekend at the shop. We actually didn't open Sunday because of the weather. It was just terrible.
Shit.
But other than that, it's just a pretty standard weekend. Got some stuff done around the house. Yelled at Sideshow, so good times.
There you go. Lane, how about you?
My big thing was going to my LCS and getting to see a bunch of people dressing up at it as the Ghostbusters. They had a Ghostbusters cosplay there, and I got my picture taken with Count Dooku, which was really cool.
Nice.
Made a really good. I mean, the guy was obviously not over like 6'3" like Christopher Lee actually was. He was like 5'11", but he had the lightsaber, like the entire look down perfect. He even had his hair done up and his beard just like Christopher Lee as the Count. So that was really cool. Almost got run over by like 3 or 4 10-year-olds standing in line to pick up my comics, though, at the same time, because they just charged on through, and I had left space between myself and like the person in front because it was right in the middle of the walkway, and there was just lots of people all over the place. And they also, I think, had one of the singers for that. I'm trying to remember what's the name of the band that dresses up actually like a bunch of the different Transformers characters. Like the main character, Sniper, but I think the lead singer was there actually doing a signing. They had done some past stuff there. The guy who was always Rodimus Prime, I think, was there. And so it was really cool Saturday, and then I got to do laundry on Sunday, so everybody's favorite activity.
Fantastic. As much as I'd love to hear more about the laundry, let's start unboxing, gentlemen. So you guys are both opening Jesse by Hot Toys. You guys seem to have gotten these really fast. I feel like it was just last week we were talking about this.
Well, no, I literally mean mine literally shipped like the same day it went in stock, so it was kind of like lame. But
That's weird. That's weird because I just picked mine up at on the wholesale side from Stevens. That's weird.
Well, as we can see here, and as Rainer will be able to show you, we have kind of the standard usual cigar box. With the Clone Wars wraparound, which I always like. Obviously, we've got Jesse. I like that they just use the figure for this with the opening. Obviously, the standard helmet, which is, I think, one of the coolest helmets of all the Clone Wars figures that's come out so far. And then we've got Jesse with that really interesting head sculpt that we'll get to a little bit later. All the usual stuff also on the side here. We've got some blaster, him wielding a couple of his blasters and pointing at you that you have to go buy the figure right now, and then the usual stuff. I know I feel like I'm doing Justin Light right here, right now, without snap of the fingers cutaways. But we've got here, obviously, the standard cover. This is Rainer, I think, with his is going to be able to give a better view of this than I will.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
And obviously, we can see here we've got Jesse, and then at this point would probably be Commander Rex from Battle of Siege of Mandalore, not Battle of Mandalore. He's looking cool here. The first ARC Trooper Hot Toy we've gotten. Obviously, a lot of us have wanted this for quite some time.
Fantastic. Sean says Jesse is the one clone that I would be tempted to display helmet off because of the tattoo. and we'll cycle between both of y'all's unboxing cameras. Lane, did you want to bring in that second one, or do you want to bring that one in here in a little bit?
No, that'll be after he's posed later.
I got you.
It'll be easier for me to show him posed up over there. But
this is the default clamshell here. So looks like we got several weapons, typical blaster rifle, dual pistols, the head sculpt, some extra hands, some hollows of the Emperor, and the oh crap, I forgot the gunship. I forgot the name of the gunship there. And then a backpack.
This guy, for a clone, comes with some pretty cool stuff. So, as we can see here, and first-hand impressions, I will say he looks and feels really cool.
Mine is not one to come out of the clamshell.
So, as we can see, we've got Jesse here. Just first look at him with that amazing. Look at all the blue.
I like that decal there. That was pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
look at all the blue here and stuff on all the way around and everything. That's one thing I really like about Jesse here is he has such, even though it is literally 501st again, he's got so much different coloration and everything versus the regulars or even like Rex and stuff in comparison. All the blue here and stuff on his lower shin.
There's the head sculpt there. The unhelmeted head sculpt.
Very good. Lane and Rainer, do you guys have other Hot Toys 501st figures like Rex or the Trooper?
I have Rex, but I sold my 501st. I decided to only name clone troopers.
All I have is an Ahsoka Trooper and Rex right now. I used to have Echo and Fives, but I got rid of them a while ago. The old sideshow versions, yeah.
Look at that portrait. Now that's just a regular socketed head, right, Lane? There's no magnet or anything in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, regular socketed head. Nice.
So one thing I'll say for this thing, and I'd like actually Dean and you in the chat as well. So when I look at, like, obviously this one's a pretty unique. The head sculpt for Tamora Morrison have all been really good. Like, they perfected this guy at this point. You know, literally the weakest one we probably talked about with this guy, maybe actually Django, when he was the right age, played the character. One thing I would say, how do you guys feel in chat? So we've had like this. This looks like Jesse looks like a pretty, what I would use quote standard for the Tamora Morrison, like, you know, the actual facial look and features and stuff. I would comparison let's say how we've seen this sculpted Tamora Morrison evolve through like the Bad Batch and things. Because if you look at, you know, like Hunter, Echo, I would say Echo looks very similar. Hunter, a little bit more like he feels more like a combo of our Sylvester Stallone and.
What's your question?
Well, do you guys feel like there's been a changing and difference in the heads of the Tamora Morrison head sculpt? Like with some of the clones as they've evolved, they've actually given a little bit more. Where I think this just feels like Tamora Morrison, like more traditional look to his head sculpt, but we're seeing like Bad Batch and stuff. You know, or for the protos that they evolved.
Definitely, that's because the Bad Batch is so weird looking.
Yeah, they're so different from the template, right?
Yeah.
I think all the stock clones look pretty.
Yeah,
comparable.
it's just the hair really changes. Cody or not
Scars
Cody,
or whatever.
Rex, Jesse.
Cody didn't have an unmasked portrait.
No,
yeah,
Cody
he did. He did have some scars. Yeah, he did. Totally
Right?
forgot.
Yeah.
Hey, Lane, you want to do the unmasked head, and I'll do the masked head for the pose?
There you go.
Okie dokie. Let's see if I can finish getting this crap out. Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm still trying to clear all the styrofoam out of mine.
Now, this is Jesse continues a tradition that I hate. One thing I hate with the clones, and I don't know in chat for any other guys, is for the blasters how loosey goosey the holsters are on them and everything. That's one of the few things I have with the clones that I don't like. So Jesse here, he has obviously the standard kind of undersuit and everything that makes him a little bit easier to pose. So, you know, with the maybe here.
I'm running into the loosey goosey holster myself.
Yeah. So obviously we've got the movement here and everything. Now, the one thing I know Jesse has not as well as some of the other clones is going to be the forward crunch here because he's got this little shield plate for his ARC trooper.
Okay, I'm gonna have to interject here. Beware of the wrist peg issue.
Oh, did it snap on you?
It snapped with a little bit of pressure.
Dean, these aren't those high quality wrist pegs that that they're known for.
Dang, that sucks.
I literally just went to pull it and it went.
It's weird because I feel like, you know, you don't usually hear about the wrist pegs, Dean, but I feel like lately, maybe I'm wrong here, but I feel like lately, like with the Ahsoka, the wrist pegs and the elbow joints, and just lately, I feel like I've heard more people breaking the wrist pegs.
Oops.
I don't know if that's just a me thing.
My foot just popped off.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I rarely ever have issues with wrist pegs, so when one actually breaks, it's kind of like, oh,
Right? Yeah.
like that. Only with like those like third party knockoff bodies, so I ever have wrist peg issues.
Well, I'm gonna turn off my camera for a second because I'm gonna have to dig this peg out and I'm gonna do something that's probably gonna give you all a heart attack. So
You gonna bite it?
no, it's broken off like.
Oh, it's inside. What I would do
Yeah.
is get a
What I'm gonna
like
do
a flathead
is,
screwdriver.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get something like a little flathead or something, try to pry it out. So I'll be back.
Just like the Terminator, baby.
All right.
Dude, that song goes. That's
I'm here because my foot just popped out.
That's odd.
Yeah.
That should be really easy to pop that back in, though.
Oh yeah, I know, but the leg piece fell off too. The armor piece. So I'm trying to find it here real quick. Give me a minute while I locate it, and then I'll show you some of the other accessories and stuff.
Okay. Gotta.
Well, both of our unboxers are off camera. Good thing there's another handsome unboxer that still's got something to go. Sorry. Dean, I need you to man the cams for him if you don't mind. The Hero. This is by Premium Toys. Look at that box art.
It's actually pretty fucking clean.
What is
Not
this
gonna
called?
lie.
Like embossed, I guess? It's like that,
yeah.
glossy plastic. The Hero.
Well, embossed would be if it was like elevated, but that's what do you call that?
Screen printed? I don't know. I see Yost use the word on his group a lot.
Yeah, I think you might be right. I think embossed is the same thing.
So I'm going to tilt down and zoom in. All right, so this is what we're looking at. So I haven't actually messed with this figure. So we're all going to be experiencing this for the first time together. So we'll take off the plastic. Taped on. Actually, I wonder if I can actually... Oh, there we go. Fantastic. So, first impressions. I do like the portrait.
Let's see.
You do get... Yeah, I'll show you the portrait in a second. You do get... Let's see, 1, 2, plus 6. You do get 8 hands. So, you have... let's see if I can't get that to focus. Open palm, and they got a nice little black wash on there. Now this is separate from the left and the right. So you have the pointing finger. Again, we'll get that to focus.
Cool.
And then on the right, you have the thumbs up, which he does a lot on the show. And then you have a slightly more, I don't know, like a posed, relaxed hand. Just a little bit more. Let's see. The difference is that.
Yeah.
Get back into focus here. There's a little bit more gestured hand. It's taking like a Homelander here. So.
Oh no.
What?
That blue on the cave is atrocious.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Portrait though.
Holy shit.
That's a fucking
That's a pretty
portrait.
strong portrait. That's pretty good.
Look at the textiles, the gold on the collar. That is wild.
Yeah. Now this is shirt piece come down.
I don't
Kind of like the Luke
think
Skywalker
so.
thing.
I looked at Riley's review and I don't think it's supposed to. I don't think it does, but I
'Cause
don't
in the
think
show it
in the
does,
show.
doesn't it?
I don't know that he ever wears it like that in the show, but in the different figures you have that option. But I don't believe in the show he ever wears it like that. So, yeah, the blue on the back is not great. I think it needs to be. What do you think,
I
Dean?
think you're right. Actually, now that I'm looking at screenshots of the movie or
What,
the
for the blue?
show, no, he doesn't use that flap.
Yeah, so here's the blue there. Can you look at the on your reference? Can you pull up the a photo of the cape, please?
Yeah.
Or I guess if you could pull it up on stream, that would be great too. So let me just get a few minutes here. I will say the body, very tight, in a very satisfying way. I like that. Nice little joints there. Those are slightly ratcheted for the knees. Look at the weathering on the boots. My goodness. Look at that. That is spectacular.
That's a
like
good
that.
sculpt. Is that
Look
a
at-
two-part boot?
Let me double check. I think it is. Tread on the boot. Look at that, Dean. A two-part boot, Dean. You love
That's
to
pretty
see it.
good. Yeah.
And I mean, the sculpt is, it's pretty well done. Now, this is probably the weak point for me, is the cape. It looks better on camera, but I feel like in person, it almost looks like the color ran a bit. It's hard to see.
I think I can kind of.
Kinda. In person, it looks worse, but the drape is like beautiful. Like that just falls right into place. Let me bring this up just a touch.
Man,
So
it's
there's
really
that.
hard to get a screenshot of his fucking cave.
On the back of it, yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
usually.
It's definitely a different color blue than his suit.
Okay,
Like,
so it's not supposed to match.
No, it's not, and it definitely is a more like colorful blue, like more vibrant, but not like that.
So
Which I don't know how you would fix that, but other than that,
look at that. That portrait, man, is fucking beautiful.
it's pretty good. It's definitely the strongest one I've seen in a while.
So articulation-wise, it doesn't feel great to handle this figure, and that's not any.
I feel
fault
like
of-
that's the nature of the suit.
Yeah, I don't think that's the previous owner. I just think that's just like to get it there. I felt like I was really stretching the
Yeah,
joint and the fabric, but I mean that's the classic Homelander pose right there.
yeah. Which I don't know how long you would want to leave it like that.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm at that point in my life that there's a saying. It's escaping me right now, but like saving things, right? Like I think I just rather enjoy things, right?
Yeah, until you want to sell it and fund something else, which you do a lot.
Yeah, but this may be the best Homelander though, right? So, on to the second tray. So, Rainer, I guess when you're ready to continue, I can switch back
Yeah,
to you.
I got mine. Oh, go ahead.
And then Lane, you're still off cam, so
Yeah, I know. I'm not able to get this foot back into spot. I'm having a fight with it right now.
So I
Most
wasn't
people
gonna-
having problems.
I wasn't gonna fool with the other hand because I'm not brave enough right now. But I've got him kind of like he's about to reload pose, and that's about the best I can do short notice.
Not bad. Now
I
you've
think
had a lot of clone figures. How do you like this one?
Whoa. I like it a lot. It's really interesting. The articulation's really good. I mean, you can get some decent articulation out of it. My only complaint is, aside from the wrist pegs, of course, is I think that they did too much weathering on the comma, the little little skirt.
please.
It looks like he's got coffee stains on it.
Oh,
It's hard
wow.
to tell on my camera, but it looks
Like where your finger is.
yeah, like right here.
Yeah,
Let me
I
see
see.
if I can bring that in. Yeah, I mean,
Lane,
know
if I
it's
can, if I can offer you some advice, Lane, straighten that peg out on the foot because it's not going to help you if it's crooked, and then bend the leg to 90 degrees at the calf, and then put your palm of your hand where the knee would be, and use that to push down against a flat surface. So put the foot on a flat surface, just like that, and then use your palm, not your finger, but your palm to apply pressure, and that should get it back in. And if that doesn't work, you may need to heat the joint up.
Jeez.
Here, I'll take you off camera while you're doing that. Rainer, sorry about that.
No, you're fine. So I'm gonna get it a little closer to the camera. You can see like the little weathering there. It's supposed to be like combat dirt or whatever, but it just looks kind of off in my opinion. So, like I said, it looks like a coffee stain.
Yeah. What accessories does Jesse come with? I think you showed the tray earlier.
Yeah, so it comes with the gunship hollow.
Hologram? Okay.
Republic gunship. It comes with an Emperor hologram who is being right now a pain to get out of the box. I'll get him out from the bottom there. Little Emperor here.
Love it.
You got a hollow communicator here. Let's see if the best I can do here. It's such a tiny piece.
Oh, it's a little circle piece. Okay.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt for me to try to show. You've got his visor for his helmet here. I missed that in the initial unboxing.
Oh, I didn't realize he came with micro binoculars.
Yeah.
Is that how he always is, Dean?
What happened?
For Jesse, does he always have micro binoculars?
I actually have no idea.
Came with this tool here.
That's for the eyes, right?
Yeah.
He has eye rolling feature?
Does he? I look that up.
I'm not sure.
Gotta
Then,
check
of
the
course,
tape on
you-
that one.
I feel like he
got-
shouldn't.
You've got the extra pouch here, which I haven't put on yet. Extra
gonna-
ammo pouch.
That should just be magnetic, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've seen the series. I'm not 100% sure where it goes on them. You've got some extra figures, hands. You've got some finger pointing ones for the right. You've got
Should just go on his chest like right.
Oh, Pablo says it's to push out the pegs for the binoculars. I do recall that. Yep,
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
that-
are right.
Okay, I was like, they need to stop putting eye rolling features on figures that aren't DXs.
other hand. You got another trigger hand
They would
and
never.
another pointing hand. You can give somebody the finger here. Oh no, that's just the pointing finger. Never mind. And as for his thing, it should be magnetic. Let me see where it goes.
Goes on his right chest.
Right chest.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Let me consult the artwork.
Lane, were you able to get that foot back in, bud?
Finally.
Fantastic. That one looked like
Okay.
it gave you quite the fight, my friend.
Yeah, what I finally needed to do was to get the peg out of the shoe and get it stuck back into the leg, and
Oh,
then
I see.
attach the shoe.
Yeah.
And then okay, so
Got it on.
Nice.
Okay, sorry about having to get sidetracked there so much, guys. But
It's
it
okay.
looks like Rainer went through pretty much most of the extra stuff.
Yeah, we can go through it all again. That's fine.
Oh, it's not a problem. I want to hear your thoughts on it, Land, especially the
Okay.
coffee stains.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah, the people in the
So-
comments wrote that as well. So
so here's how he looks, kind of now with the actual head sculpt on.
damn, that
Obvious-
tattoo looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, he's very cool looking when his feet aren't falling off.
There you go. That's the key.
Yeah. So, what other things? So, obviously, Jesse comes with a lot of the standard stuff we see
Jesse?
with all 5,000 clothes. Wow, I am just Butterfingers Magoo tonight. All right. So, the two standard blasters that we've got, which is what I think I'm going to put in. I just tested out both my pegs, Raider. They seem to be okay, but I was like super terrible.
Yeah, see, I didn't go in expecting that, so I I got blindsided, but as long as you're super careful, you should be okay.
Yeah, so we've got both Jesse's blasters here, the standards. We got the regular blaster rifle. How do you feel about the painting on this? Because I know Rainer sometimes with some of the painting on the standard ones here, there's actually been like the gunmetal's been a little bit different. It seems from how I've
Yeah,
seen.
mine looks okay. I mean, I gotta get it into the light so I can actually look at that. Mine seems pretty standard gunmetal. Nothing fancy, but nothing bad.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm going to be using that. But we've got obviously the sorted hands. They've got pointing hand, gun blaster for the left hand here, or no, right hand. And then, but they've got very good painting that matches up with the blue, with the other hands in his armor, which is always appreciated.
One thing I will comment though, there's no magnets in the. I put ahead and put the communicator on the Emperor. There's no kind of magnet or anything to keep it in the hands, which is to be expected, but still, it's a pain in the butt to keep that thing steady in the hand. So when you're posing it, make sure that's the last thing you do if you're going to pose it with the Emperor, because that thing falls out if you look at it wrong.
Yeah.
And then we've got the other standard hands here with the pointing, the blaster, and so an open palm. So a lot of does the one thing it feels like the last year or so, hands have really started to like just disappear from figures.
Yeah, I'm noticing that because old clones used to come with like 5 to 10 hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we used to get a lot more with the hand wise for these guys. That may be cost saving measures. I mean, the Purge Trooper, which I got coming's got like no hands. I don't know if you'd put that out, Rainer, but this was the hologram for the ships.
Yeah, the lat gunship.
Yeah, which obviously we've seen used for more devious pursuits in the past. Since Bad Batch, obviously, we'll be attaching here to Jesse his ever wonderful gun pouch, which always magnetically. Let's just be sure it works on. Hey, there you go. Works on Jesse. Things are working as intended. Yay!
Hooray! I didn't have
of course,
this good luck, but
I don't know if you pulled this out, Rainer, but the
I did. I got him. I got the backpack on him right now. I need to straighten it out though.
Okay. So this is magnetically attached. Obviously, we've seen some really good backpacks and stuff coming for some of the clones and other troopers. This is, I think, one of the neater ones because it's different than like the standard ones we've seen for some of the other clone troopers and stuff. So Rainer, I guess I would ask you. So like when you see this guy in the accessories now, and we've got the most recent clone Fox that was announced. When you look at him and everything, obviously he's phase 1 armor, not phase 2. So that's one thing you have to consider. How are you feeling about him?
About Fox?
Yeah, with being the phase 1 armor, because I know a lot of people are not super happy with that because it's phase 1, not phase 2.
Putting that aside and just looking objectively, it's a hard sell for me at the price, especially since I'm trying to get out of Hot Toys. I'm actually moving more towards statues lately. So it's a hard sell for me at the price. Plus, you add in the phase 1 armor, and it's a no-go.
Well, see, to me, even though I know it's not going to make it easy, and Zach, maybe you and Dean, your guys, I know this is something maybe normally on tomorrow night you guys would talk about, but with Fox being phase 1 armor, I know he doesn't match it up with the Coruscant guard, but doesn't that kind of make his figure almost a little bit more unique in the actual collecting, because it is very different than a lot of the other clones we've already gotten?
I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
In what aspect?
I think that, it makes it a little bit different, but when you're just launching a line and all your other stuff's phase 2, you can't be jumping between the phases. You gotta stick one and go with it and do what the people want, especially when you're looking to make money.
Yeah, I agree. It's an odd choice. And I know they do have the some of the other troopers you can swap between the phase helmets, but
Yeah.
All I can say
I
is
don't know.
definitely Jesse decided to borrow from Cody when it came to being able to put blasters in his hand.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
I
stiff.
found that one out. That was a pain to get the rifle in his hand.
Yeah, I'll need to go off the end if I'm going to try and get the blasters into his hand.
I found if you wiggle if you pull on the grip fingers just a little bit, it makes it a ton easier to slide it in. Just don't pull too hard.
Well, yeah. This is giving me bad memories from when I just unboxed Cody the other day.
Oh God, I can only imagine.
FBJ says, "What's good, everyone?" Is that Lane Kramer with an unboxing? Let's see all who is here, who's chimed in. We got Toy Mafia, Carlito, Nicolio. Got my glass of milk ready to watch Homelander land a home. Yeah, we'll be doing that here in a second. Pablo Meza, Sean Forrester, Toy Cartel, Toy Mafia, Bob Dylan, Abe Dunk TV, Pablo Meza. We also have Equan. You have to have a heat gun ready for any figure, even if you shouldn't have to. Sean says, I love this figure, the Homelander. Picked it up a while ago, made me cancel the So-So Toys one. Yeah, Pablo, this is the one that has 5 head sculpts. I'll probably wait to unbox those portraits until Dean gets back. Nicolio says, be super careful with the stitching on the arms. I'll have to look at that.
I'm just glad you didn't buy the Star Wars one.
No, absolutely not. Pablo says, I would love to get this guy, but I have So-So Toys on pre-order. Bats in the Belfry, Toy Cartel. I think the stitching looks pretty okay so far. Nicolio says the flap is open in some of the casual scenes. Let's see here. Toy Cartel says, Zach, where did you pick up the Homelander? Buddy of mine, when he first got it, I was like, give me first dibs if and when you sell it. And he honored that agreement. Let's see here. Sean Forster's Fox left his phase 2 armor at the cleaners. We got Punisher XS. Benjamin Rue. Look at that. Look at that. Lane's a champion. He's fighting through.
Yeah, Jesse is not being my friend here with this.
Yeah,
I mean, this is like giving me PTSD right now to Cody. Like, I remember 2 years ago when I unboxed him on a stream or unboxed him and had the stupid thing. I've only had one other time where I've had blaster hands make me almost where I just chucked my figure across the room trying to get these in. And this is like trying to approach that. I got the one on, but this one is really testing my patience.
Yeah, between that and the fact that
fighting with the stupid feet and the earlier on.
I was gonna say with the wrist peg earlier, I'm like, I ain't touching the other hand. I'm just gonna leave it be.
Well, I almost am considering just doing one hand. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that instead because I don't feel like fighting with both of these. So let me see here. What do we have? I guess only I got a pointing finger for the other hand. So that's what we'll do.
Thank you, Abe Dunk, man. That I miss you too.
Wow, look at that. A shout out for the Sweet Rainer. You'd love to see it.
Okay. So we got Mr. Pointy Finger. And then, so I don't know if we showed it too much with the range of motion, at least for him here. So being that obviously it's a regular clone suit, you've got the ball joint here, which I'm going to be careful not to pull on too much after that fight. So goes
Pull on
to
his
about
ball.
this much.
Hey, yo.
And then there's the ratchet here. And then obviously I showed earlier with the chest guard here, which is what helps make him look really cool. But for making him look really cool, you're going to lose some of the forward. So there's not a whole lot of crunch with this guy. The arms have flexibility. This is why I don't touch that. The arms have plenty of movement, though. There is a little bit, if you're trying to have them go up, obviously, with this poltroon and stuff in the way, it's pretty standard. The limitation that you have for any, trooper guy, clone or stormtrooper or whatever.
So how easy was the helmet to remove and put the portrait sculpt on there, Lane?
Not too bad. I usually don't use the the actual facial sculpt. So I prefer with mine the actual armor that actually then have them using. So let me get this on him.
Yeah, I normally do that too. It just makes everything look nice when you display them together.
There we go. I don't want that upside down. Okay, so now you guys can get kind of just see with some of the accessories and stuff on him. And then me make stuff go splat. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a minute and try and get him a little bit posed up.
Why are his holsters so far behind him? Do those slide at all?
No, they're just loosey. See, Dean?
Yeah.
It's just with all the clones, even Rex and them have that issue.
Yeah, but the one on his left side is like on his ass. Why is it so far back?
It's double cheeked up.
Stay strapped to get clapped.
Yeah, Elaine, can you show us that? Or I guess Rainer, can you bring that up on camera?
Yeah, of course.
What?
Here, we'll bring you up,
wanna
Rainer.
see?
Yeah, those holsters are pretty far back. I mean, imagine if this was real, it'd be a little impractical.
Yeah, because Rex is not that far back. That's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, this
It
is
is
like
odd.
approaching the Butacle region there.
Taco region.
Butacle is what I said.
Oh, I was like, oh,
Taco.
my taco's in the front. I don't know where your taco is.
I don't have a taco, man.
Wait, what? What do you have? The mayo and the mustard? Like,
It's got twigs and berries.
wow.
My beans and mash.
Wow.
Wow. So overall impressions, what do you guys, are you happy with the purchase? Do you regret the purchase? I feel like maybe perhaps you guys might be a little frustrated with the figure at the moment.
You know, I don't regret the purchase. I do wish, like, this is like the third issue I've had with releases with Hot Toys wrist bags, and I'm not like manhandling them or anything, but
Yeah, so I was going to ask, do you think, I know that you're a more veteran collector, but do you think that there is an amount of user error that can be prescribed to that, or do you think that it's more the wrist pegs?
You know, and there can be definitely user error with anything. I do have I do think that you need to pull them straight out. Like, you can't do any kind of bending or anything or any kind of twisting. Definitely, there's no give there like there used to be. But if you pull straight out, you should be fine. But that being said, I had the same problem with another figure where I pulled straight out and the ball joint literally ripped in half. I mean, you were there for that one.
Yeah. What about you, Lane?
I like him. Mine's kind of the reverse. I'm having the issues here with the ankles. So
Did they pop out again?
yeah, this one popped off for twice, and I've reset it.
I've always had that problem with my Durasteel Mando. His ankles refuse to fucking stay put. Any kind of posing I did to it, his ankles would come out.
I'm on the same fence as Aero El Maestro there. The Sideshow clones were overall, especially the later ones, they had a lot of better joints and stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah, their pegs were huge. They would go way up into the legs.
Exactly.
He says, I regret my purchase, kind of missing my Sideshow clones, to be honest. Wow, that's high praise for the Sideshow clones.
Well, I mean, I had Sideshow Wolf for a while, and that was an amazing clone.
Okay. So I'm gonna I'm sorry guys, I'm not meaning to sound as frustrated as I am, but the ankles here on this one.
While you're doing that, Lane, I'm going to go ahead and continue with Homelander so we're not here all night. Also, I just noticed here on the box, you guys are the real heroes. We're just glad we can help. Oh, and there's another quote. You are dark, and I kind of like it. I don't remember the second quote. So, going back to Homelander, again, Premium Toys Homelander, this is the base. Just a simple, like a sticker, nothing too crazy there. No nameplate, but they do have the space for it. I don't think I've seen any that had a nameplate. It's probably just a cheap generic base that they can, they
Yeah.
probably make the mold, and they just don't do that. I will say though, this is like the Hot Toys style stem here, and it feels really good, so that's great. Sometimes with those third-party bases, they can kind of suck. Let's see. We also have
all
the
head sculpts.
These are all head sculpts, so we'll look at these.
God damn, 5?
Okay, so that's it for the packaging.
Did I see
5
that
heads,
correctly?
Dean. Yeah, 5 heads.
Wow.
All right, so let's experience these together. All right, Dean. A, B, C, D. Which one?
Let's go B first.
All right, B first. Now, I think these should have a light up function, but I don't quite know how that works. Oh, man, that's good. Let's see here. Let me grab it.
That's
right
pretty
here.
good. It's not the best, but
Look at that.
maybe a little bulbous up by your thumb, but
Perhaps. I like the this piece here.
the wisp, yeah. Oh, it does have a light up function. There it is.
Is that a little switch right there?
Yeah, by the peg.
Let's see. I don't know if that's a switch. I thought it was. I don't know. Let me see. I have a screwdriver here.
Definitely looks like a switch.
They advertise it as a 5 headset with the body as a bonus. Okay. So I was actually working on something for VV earlier. So let's.
A 5 headset, and you get a whole body as a bonus. That's weird. I've never
magnetic
heard anything
screws.
like that.
You love it.
Are you sure the screws are magnetic, or maybe it's your?
Oh, duh. Maybe it's a screwdriver.
I've never heard of magnetic screws.
Okay. Let's see, maybe there's a little pull tab we have to do. Now I got this figure secondhand, so the batteries could also just be dead. Oh shit. Yeah, there's no batteries in there. Okay, so I guess I will have to buy some. If anyone knows, I guess those are probably LR41s. 40.
Shit, your guess is as good as mine. Is there like a
Let me see.
like a what do you call it? A pamphlet that comes with the figure?
No, I got it used, so perhaps the seller forgot to throw it in, but that's okay. I got a good price on it. And the batteries I'll probably never use anyways, so sorry about that. I don't know if the other ones have batteries installed in them, but we'll double check. Let's put this screws back in, and then we'll continue on. So we just unboxed the B portrait. I'll put it on the body. But chat, someone A, C, or D, and we'll look at that portrait next. Okay, there we go.
Come on, Ben, give us a letter.
Ben, give us a letter, bud.
Come on, give us a number. Oh,
He's
letter,
like, I
sorry.
can't. You already took B for bed.
B for Ben, bro. All right, so let's see how easy this is to swap off.
Oh,
That was satisfying. Toy Cartel says D, so we'll do D next. Okay, so popping this on.
Ben chose B. Ben, that's the one I picked. You can't pick B.
I'm not.
That
gonna
looks
lie.
pretty fucking good.
I'm not gonna lie, Zach. That head transition was smooth. That was awesome.
That was smooth. I don't hate this at all.
It's not the worst. I mean, there are definitely worse head sculpts out there.
For sure. So Toys, for example.
Specifically Homelander, but in general.
Okay. So we got D next. So this is the smiling portrait.
All right. Ben,
Okay, so
A
Sean
or
says
C?
you need LR41s.
That's
Nice.
pretty good.
I like that. The teeth look really good too, the paint. Alright, so let's pop this head on. Well, I don't know. How do you actually activate the lights? I don't know. So there's that.
Nice.
It's a little,
I like it.
yeah, it's very cocky.
I actually really like that one. I also feel like this is a pretty good gold color for the blonde hair. It's not too metallic. It's just metallic enough,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, this is the smiling from the airplane scene. Oh man, that looks fucking good, bro. Okay, so we have A and C. So chat, A or C. We'll obviously get to them all. Let you guys decide that for a second. Damn,
How's it
that looks
going,
so
Lane?
good.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very frustrated with this Jesse figure.
Are you gonna send it back?
Um, well, I
God damn
can
it.
barely. I
God
can
damn it,
barely.
man.
All
I
right, fuck
barely.
it. Chat's taking too long.
Yeah. What do you? So,
Go ahead, Lane.
how old is this Homelander?
This one came out, I think, around Christmas. So we
Okay,
got-
so it's not like super old.
so the difference between this and this is
A
like a
little
slight
angrier.
smirk. Yeah, a little. Actually, no, I don't remember which is which. Yeah,
The
this
one
is
in your right hand is
the stock one. Okay, so this is just a little bit like a little puff in the face, a little
Yeah.
smirk. I can dig it. All right, so let's see this one on there. That one's a bit. Not that the likeness is off, but I feel like the others are so expressive that I would have liked that to have.
yeah.
a little
Even
bit
the
more.
base, like the one that came on the figure, is so like it's almost the same thing, but it's just like ever so slightly angrier. That
Oh,
it
this
kinda
one's
sets it
awesome.
apart.
Oh my god, it looks like he's holding in a fart.
Hell yeah.
I love it.
Thanks, Bob Dylan. I know.
I love
I'm
it.
do the low bot.
That looks good.
That one's cocky as shit.
I
He's
like
so
it.
proud of himself. Look
I
at
think
him.
that's the one from the where he's like doing the applause in front of all the people.
Yeah.
Damn, overall though, like it's a pretty neat figure, honestly. Zoom out just a little bit. I think
Homelander's
my-
such a neat character.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like he's such a fucking piece of garbage, but at the same time, like he's not.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of interesting, like
I don't
how
know.
much I don't know how I feel about the character
I kind of want to do. Let's see.
because he's
Let's do it.
definitely a piece of garbage without a doubt. But also, you could argue that he shows a lot of restraint.
Oh, a ton.
I mean, when you
Except-
literally
except
could
in
do
his mind.
anything you want and get away with it, and like he still chooses to be a good guy, it's like
90% of the time.
90% of the time. It's like, well, like, is he that bad? Like,
I don't know. Maid might disagree with you.
yeah. No, like I said, like I could definitely see
Consider-
arguments either side. Like,
Considering the
he's definitely.
implications.
I'm not saying he is a good guy. He is a piece of shit, but he could also kill everybody on the planet. No one could stop him,
Now,
and he
my
chooses
question-
not to. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, thanks.
But my question is, like, see, the thing is, someone pointed out for the Boys TV show, like, what if they had bumped Homelander off at like the end of season 2 or 3 or something? I said, well, the show would have been canceled the season afterward because Homelander's what like drives that show.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
hard to
not
argue.
Homelander. I mean, I like Carl
look at
Urban as
that.
much as the next guy. Ooh,
The clapping pose, bro. That
Nice.
shit goes hard. I want to see. What else does he do? He has the thumbs up hand. Let's look at that.
It'd be nice if they gave him a microphone.
Be nice if they gave him the cup of milk. Or like the bottle.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's pretty funny. The
We
pointer
represent
finger.
the Lollipop Guild, and we want you.
Oh
The
man.
Lollipop Guild. Is that from South Park?
That's like an old school thing, dude.
I don't know how I want to pose him, but I'm digging this. I'm digging this. Man, I wish I could see the light up function, but I don't have
Bro,
the battery.
honestly, I think that cape might be pretty accurate.
Really?
Yeah, there's some, like this one right here. Let me pull this up. Open image.
Homelander looks cool though. That's a nice figure.
It really is, honestly.
It's amazing how much better it is than the actual licensed piece of trash.
It really is. I'm gonna have to 3D print a bottle now.
Jesse.
What is the best head for this look? Like the casual behind the back. What do we think here, chat? What do we think? Maybe I don't know. The standard one didn't look bad. The standard head.
Or maybe that one in your
sadistic
hand.
right here. I don't know.
Yeah. Try
Let's
that
see,
one.
so this one. That doesn't look bad at all.
Here, look at this, Zach. Hold on. See how
Oh, yeah.
blue that is?
It does look pretty blue.
Now, how's this package on your figure? This is kind of bulbous.
Well, let's see. Got a little bit of
A little bit of bulgers in your cup.
Yeah,
bulgers in your cup. You're stupid, bro.
Yeah,
How dare you?
it's just good that he doesn't. It's just all I gotta
Bulgers
say.
in your
It's just, it's just good that Homelander didn't run into Chris O'Donnell throbbing, or else
Sternhead.
Robin might have been in trouble.
Let's see, Sternhead. Oh, that's interesting. They have like a little separate piece there for the chin, because the mouth. I like when I see little things like that. Okay, so he said the Sternhead is what the chat is saying. I think he may be right. I kind of like the one with a slight smile. Let's see. What do we think here, chat?
He's a Balchinian.
Oh, that looks good. With the hands behind the back.
It definitely looks good. It's definitely the best Homelander I've seen myself.
Oh,
I think
man,
there's one more I haven't seen, but actually this might be the one I haven't seen.
Well, we haven't seen the So Toys one yet.
Oh, okay.
Which that one, I should have that from 1/6 corner soon. I mean, and it's not even 1/6 corner's fault. It's just So Toys. Damn, that looks fucking stunning. And one thing about this body, like, it is a bit annoying to articulate. I won't lie to you there. But everything feels like super sturdy. Like when I put it down, like it just stays there. That would win you a Pose Wars round 1, I think.
We don't talk about Pose Wars anymore.
No, we don't. It's just like Bruno. Oh man, that looks fucking stunning.
That was a good callback, Zach.
Look at that fucking portrait though. I'm sorry, I can't get over this. Look at that fucking portrait, dude.
That's pretty good.
It's fucking bananas. That is fucking wild. Shout out to Gare Bear. He sold me this at a great price. He has a bunch of sale listings up right now. On I think BST and some other groups. So if you want anything, I can't vouch for him as a seller enough. The only thing that should be mentioned, which he's a healthcare worker, so with his job, I think sometimes it does take him a few days to ship, but he's very upfront with that. But man, the price, the quality, cape isn't great, but I can easily look past the cape.
Hot Toys capes are never great.
Yeah, that's true.
And I've done business with Gare Bear before, and he's a fantastic dude. Easy to deal with. He's always upfront with you about everything. So
Yeah,
hey
100%.
Zach, one thing I wanted to show after you get finished showing off Homelander there, I want to show, because we have it off, so people can see it close up.
Good.
Jesse's actual helmet here.
There we go.
Like just how really neat this one is. Let's see if I can.
need some black gloves to contrast that.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that helmet. That's fucking sick.
That does look real good.
Yeah. And then how it has the cell group,
like
but
the blue.
the weathering and stuff actually shows off a little bit where the battle and like kind of a little bit of the weathering, like all the effort that Jesse put in to distinguish his helmet here and everything. I think this is really cool. I just can't stand the ankles on this goddamn figure.
Yeah. I can see it in your face, bro.
Damn, 5 portraits, man. I'm gonna have to print out head sculpts for each of these portraits, or head stands rather.
Well, somebody in the chat was making a point earlier that the old Sideshow figures used to come with posable boots all ready to go that you could just swap out the feet and you can get like that crouching pose or that running pose or whatever. I think they
Yeah,
need to
they were
go
like
back to that.
pre-posed. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to go back to that. That was just brilliant.
Yeah, I posed up, but I couldn't barely anything do with Jesse. So he kind of, I mean, he'd probably be similar how I pose him in my DTOF shelf because he'd be going in already with Ahsoka and Rex and Cody. But
God damn.
I really, really want to like this figure. I think he looks amazing. Like
I feel your frustration, like for sure.
But it's one of those things. If he had issues with his in one way, and then I'm having issues on the completely opposite way, and I may be I'm not saying I'm jumping the gun here or anything. But if I start having an issue with a figure like this, when there's
It
so
ruins the
many
experience.
well, also there's so many other figures coming out that are being expensive. You know.
Well, Lane, on aesthetics, posability and functionality, and then just overall purchase, in each of those three categories, what would you rate this figure?
Okay, for aesthetics, I think this guy, and I'm comparing this to Clone Troopers, guys, because we've had enough different variations of clones right now. I think I can just say for clones, we'll leave it at that. I give Jesse probably a 9 out of 10. I think he's one of maybe the coolest. I think he's maybe.
You're talking about the character, right?
The aesthetics. Like aesthetics of this figure.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
Is a 9 out of 10 to me. I think he's one of the coolest looking clones there is. Like with the Poltroon, just everything. I mean, he's expensive.
Yeah.
What we were talking about from Fox, if someone has said for me right now for pricing, if I don't own many clones or something, I might say, well, are you just getting into it for the first time? I'd go, well, Fox is phase 1. He's not going to match up fully, but if he's your first clone, he's $225. He comes with a lot of the same stuff. And if there are any problems, he's going to come with similar stuff so you get a feel for them. And then if you want to aim for more expensive one down the road, feel free to go crazy. For posability, I think he's probably a 7.5. Just leaving out our issues with the joints and stuff. We're both having different ones right now. Some people who got him have no issues whatsoever. I think he is a little bit more limited. He is a little bit limited because it's just nature of armor. Like all the armor and stuff is going to be a little bit versus like most say Jedi figures. So I'm doing that in more generalized thing. Is just his extra, the part that helps make him look really cool, the chest piece there, for whatever reason, because they have it go down just that like quarter of an inch or something, means you can't move it forward like at all. So there's no forward crunch. So that is like, and just maybe the general annoyance with we were talking about with the gun holsters, and that's in general that they're really loose. So you can find that annoying. Overall, the figure, despite all that stuff, because I think with the accessories and just everything with him, I think he's got enough different weapons. He's got the backpack. There's a lot of different ways in with the head sculpt. There's enough different ways you can pose him and put him into, even if you're not going, I don't know, you guys like totally crazy with the dynamic pose, you can do enough with him with the alternate head sculpt and other things that you can do enough, like 6 or 8 poses you want to be able to put him into relatively that's got a little bit of different functionality. You can do with them easy, because I don't know why you would do that too many times either. I mean, depending on what type of collector you are. I mean, Hot Toys, I always think you have to take it. You need to limit what you're posing sometimes. I never looked at I'm going to do 20 different poses with the figure. These guys. This isn't a figure arts figure or something like that, which is all about the posing with those things.
For me, aesthetic-wise, I give him an 8, maybe an 8.5. I think he definitely looks good. There are better-looking figures out there, but overall, he looks pretty good. I think I'd give him – I'm going to be critical here and give him maybe a 7 on the posability, because like you said, the armor limits his posability, and with the issues I have with the wrist pegs and the issues you're having with the
ankles,
it's just it's not good, especially when you're paying dang you're up.
He's an expensive clone.
Yeah, post shipping, you're paying over $300, so it
Yeah,
should
he's
be smooth.
He's an expensive clone, guys. Like, I mean, he's
Yeah.
$285 clone. He comes with a lot of stuff and a head sculpt, but he's an expensive clone. Like what you guys were talking about last week, if you compare him to now, I would say overall he's got a little bit more extra stuff, but it's not exactly the fairest comparison. But like say Palpatine, which is brand new. Like
Yeah.
Jesse was announced quite a while ago. In comparison,
Yeah.
Palpatine too. Now that might be Palpatine doesn't have all of this stuff, but he's got 2 lightsabers that light up. He's got a head sculpt, and he's. I mean, you look at him and you're just like, wow, that guy is going to be able to pull in all kinds of weird, crazy stuff for $265, $20 less than him. And
Exactly.
Literally a brand new figure.
Which brings me to overall purchase. I'm gonna give it a 7.5, maybe an 8. It's a good figure, provided you're looking for aesthetics. But I think if you're looking for great posability, great value, great accessories, there are better options out there. I think that's where I sit with it.
Like Rex. Rex would probably be something I
There you
would
go.
probably say. And my Rex I had some foot issues with him, but I would say Rex 255 plus, you can get him on a discount. And he's obviously a way more important character. And he also has got a Poltroon, and he's got other things too, as well. So I would probably say I just don't like his weathering. His weathering almost feels too much on him.
Yeah, but that was Rex. I mean, the man's been through quite a bit of scrapes.
Yeah, but overall though, so we kind of gave our thing. So Zach, how would you finish overall for now? Not exactly the same thing, obviously, because third party figure, but overall, let's say for a comparison to other third party figures, and just how you feel. I would say, how do you feel about this one in comparison to Homelander, and then how just in general, maybe in comparison to other third party figures you've handled, seen in person, whatever. How you feel like
So quickly here, Dean, let me show you this photo. So I think the blue is a tiny bit off. This is probably the best image you're going to get. I've been looking while we've been talking here. I think it is off, but I'm almost certain this is the same color as the Mafex Homelander that I have. I have to double check that. So compared to other third-party figures that I've owned, let's see. I would say the only one that comes close to this, Dean, and I think that you'll appreciate this frame of reference, is probably the K. That one came with 2 portraits, a wonderful outfit, pretty much every accessory that K used in the film. And to me, as someone that actively collects third parties, the what was the company, Dean, that made that? Oh, it's gonna bother me if I don't remember it. I'm gonna look up the review if you don't have it here. But there was a third party company. Hang on, Collective Weekly K review. Let's see.
Dean, you're on mute.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna bother me. It's gonna
I'll
me.
have it here in a second. I posted on my Instagram.
Okay, thank you.
It's,
yeah, the Blade
Super
Runner.
Mad
Oh, here we go.
toys.
Superman. There we go. Superman. That may be the best third-party figure I've ever owned. And I remember Dean was like, nah, fuck that figure, whatever. And then you came over and you were like, bro, I'm ordering one today. And you were able to track one down pretty quickly.
Yeah,
it's
like
such a
Lord
good
Greg.
figure. Yeah, so this may be pretty close to taking the top spot. I think the 5 portraits puts it over the top. It doesn't have a lot of accessories. I think at minimum, I think you want the milk glass. Like that to me is like a shocking absence here. I wasn't able to test out the LED portraits today. Obviously, I've seen Riley's review, and on some of them, like the LED chips were too low, so they were kind of like lighting up the like the chin here or the cheek. So I don't really know that I would ever use the light up portraits. But the sculpt, the tailoring, outside of the cape being pretty bad, this is like probably like a 9 out of 10. If the cape was perfect, a 10 out of 10 easy. This is fucking fantastic. And compared to the what is the license company, Lane?
Star Ace.
Not working today. Star Ace, thank you. Compared to the Star Ace one, yeah, Trash Ace, which that one retailed for $280. So this
remember
one,
they got more expensive too. like Maven Starlight, which even looked worse.
Yeah, so this one, God, I'm looking at the stars right now. It's terrible. This one, I think it retailed for 180, and I paid 125. So I'm like at a 9 or a 10 out of 10. Honestly, this is a pretty sweet figure. Now the price I paid from Gare, I've bought, you know, probably a half dozen figures from Gare. So, you know, and he typically does price very well. So I think, you know, in the secondary market, like if you're looking for this figure, you know, 150 to 180, I think that's kind of probably where you're going to be at. But yeah, this is a wonderful figure. I'm over the moon, especially compared to the other options. Now, I want to say that there's a company that just announced another Homelander, and a lot of people are saying it's Premium Toys under a different name, and it's like a 2.0 figure, and it's supposed to have better articulation and better whatever, and it seems to have the same 5 portraits. I don't know if I'm interested in that one because I am very happy with this one. And then the So-So Toys also is still to come out yet. There's also one called the Republican, which I don't think is a very good figure, to be honest. I think Justin from Justin's Collection has a review on his channel. But this is great. I don't really do reviews, so if you want a review of this figure, check out Riley Reviews. But this is pretty fucking dope, honestly. And I know Kit had them. Let me check Kit's website, because just in case any of you guys want to buy one. I want to say the last time I checked a few months ago, he did. Let's see if it's still up there. No, it's not there. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it sold out already. Or maybe you put it behind the where you have to log in to view it. Let me try to log in one more time. But yeah, Dean, we have a exciting show on CW tomorrow. Lots of different things to talk about. We're talking the Groot tomorrow. We're talking the Fox. Yeah. We're talking the Daddy Pulps. How do you say the name, Dean? Say the Emperor's name for me there. I always struggle with that one. Palpatine. I'm gonna just call him Sidious. I guess technically that's not incorrect. But it should be a fun one. I'm just trying to see if I can't log in quickly, and then we'll all go.
Were you gonna pull up my other camera so you can actually see the posed?
Yeah, you don't have it in here, bro. You don't have it in here. How dare you, Lane? I'm talking about you're gonna bring it in a second. Dang, how fucking dare you, Lane? The way that you asked that question, Lane.
How dare you?
Just busting your balls, Lane. I don't know. I thought I was logged in on 1.6 Kit. I guess not. Sean, let me know. Can you check if Kit still has it? I can't find it on my... It's saying my password is wrong, but I know it's not wrong. Here we go. Lane Cam 2. All right, Lane, punch that baby in. Let's see there.
I'm used to having a bigger statue, and so usually farther back. But
there we go.
Jesse, so as you can see here, give you an idea of what, like, but see, I'm already starting to fall over.
Sean, I think I may have gotten it. I forgot when you reset your password with Kit, he just gives you a password, so I needed to do that again. So we'll just do save.
As you can see here, he's...
Damn, bro, you're really having problems with that ankle. Lane, you should, okay, so it looks like Kit does still have this available. The total price is... Oh, I guess not. Oh, this is 1/12. I'm sorry. I may have misspoke. Let's see, does he still have it? No, he does not. I'm sorry. Well, there's that. Sean, unless there's somewhere I'm not seeing it. Lane, you can get... Alan says you guys have turned me off from ever getting this figure. Yeah, not a great advertisement for Jesse here. Lane, if you want to keep it, go to the dollar store and get clear nail polish. And you can apply it on the joints, and it should... Excuse me, it should fix it right up. Just leave it to dry overnight.
Gotcha. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not. I don't want to make a bad impression, guys, for this figure, because there's a lot of things that's really cool, and I might.
Well, you also have to give an honest. You have to give an honest. Like, we've never been about sugarcoating things on CW.
Yeah.
Like if you seem frustrated, I feel frustrated for you. I think it's important to say that.
The last time I had a reaction like this, everybody saw it. Remember when I had that Harley Quinn?
Which one?
The Birds of Prey one.
Oh yeah.
With the seat there. I know people still get messages saying how much. It's like I still get some messages from people who watch that were like, you said that you opened that box up and grabbed that figure and just went, guys, I don't know about this figure. I just wanted a Margot Robbie like Harley, because I wasn't willing to spend $500 on the old one, the actual good one. And I remember just like I could pose it. I was just moving the things, and I just was seeing all the joints. And was like, oh my god, I want to throw this thing in the trash.
Yeah. So Sean says it's sold out on OSK. The link is dead. So if you did want this one, unfortunately, you're looking at the aftermarket. There was what I mentioned earlier, the V2 supposedly. So you may have an option to get this if you really want it. And but yeah, CW tomorrow. Lane, you on any shows this week outside of CW?
Well, I'll be on with you more than likely on After Dark, and then I'll be on I think I'm going to be on Hot Toys Hotline this Thursday. We may be switching to kind of a rotational schedule with that, with who's going to be on it. But so I'm more than likely to be here on Wednesday unless I have a really horrific week.
Yeah.
And then, I'll probably be in chat tomorrow night for your guys' shows. I'm looking forward to hearing about Groot.
There you go.
And then, even though that's not a figure I'm truly myself, I'll just say I'm not super excited for it, but I'm probably not going to pick any of the Guardians lineup myself.
Yeah.
Even though, hey, they were nice to at least tease all the figures for the team and stuff. But
there you go.
We need to get that, and we need to get those John Wick figures finally starting to show to us a little bit.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Well, Lane, I think you mentioned earlier off air that you're gonna miss next Monday with us, so we'll see you hopefully on live unboxing in 2 weeks. Thank you for joining us, Rainer. Thank you for joining us as well. I appreciate you guys with the dual unboxing. And it's a shame that we went 0 for 2 on good experiences with Jesse, because such a potential for a cool figure, and I hate that both of you guys were a little disappointed today. But
I mean, we got to be honest about it. That's why we're here.
There you go. Premium Toys Homelander, though, that's a fucking pretty good figure. But
yeah,
anyways.
Well, hey, that's funny that the third party turned out to be the one people seem to enjoy. That sold out, of course.
Yeah.
Seemed to be the one.
There you go.
Looking at you, Hot Toys. Better step up your game.
There we go. Anyways, I'm Zach.
Good night.
I'm Dean.
Rainer.
And this is Midnight Collector saying thank you for joining us.
There we go. We'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye.
Take care, everybody.